everybody, it's Chris again for the third time today. Um, I keep taking my camera around the different, or my phone around the different places in my apartment just to kind of switch things up and find some different places. Um, and hopefully keep Buddy out of this one, but I doubt it. Anyway, Jay's 17th birthday, and it's Dexter's third birthday. Come here, Doodoo. Oh, this is Doodoo. This is Dexter. It's his third birthday, so he's got to make a little appearance. Say hi. Anyway, this topic, and it's been kind of beat up a lot in the media so far for a few weeks, is the bathrooms. Um, and I've been trying to put myself in a transgender person's place. And I guess I wonder if it's the feeling like, as a cisgender person, if you would walk into a building and all the restrooms were labeled men and you're a woman. I mean, what would you. I know, it's funny how a sign with either a picture or a word on it can stop you in your tracks. Like, if I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom. But if there's a men's room, I look at that and I think, well, that's forbidden territory. I can't go in there. That's some strange place, some foreign land. Um, and I thought, my God, is that how my kid feels about every restroom? Like, what do you do when you don't feel comfortable in either one? Uh, but if there was a no sign on it, except for restroom, and it didn't matter if you were male or female, then suddenly that's acceptable. So why not just make all restrooms just restrooms? I mean, I have one bathroom in my apartment, and everybody can use it. I don't care. Uh, it's I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. I don't like that law where you have to use the restroom of your birth gender, because it shouldn't matter. And now people are going to challenge it, and they've already done that. I mean, guys have gone into the women's restroom, and been like, oh, I identify as female. No, now you're poking fun at transgender people. This is a huge thing for them. And this is going to make a lot of people uh, uncomfortable. I mean, it already does. I don't like it. Um, and that's from a parent perspective. I mean, if Jay or my cis daughter Allison would go into a restroom, and they're obviously old enough, I don't have to go with them. Uh, if somebody would say something to them or physically do something to them, I don't care. That's my kid. You're gonna have a problem. You're probably going to the ER, and I'm probably going to jail. Um, Jay knows that, and if Jay ever had a problem in a restroom or any situation where somebody was either verbally being abusive to him or physically being abusive to him because he's being trans or for any reason, uh, he won't say anything to me because he knows what will happen to the other person. He's already told me that. Allison, I'm pretty sure she would tell me, and that's great. I'm glad. Uh, but yeah, I know Jay won't, because Jay's more pacifist and really more of a realist. And so far, I don't think it's happened where Jay's had an issue. I think we're very lucky to live in a state that's a lot more open-minded. Um, because we're in Minnesota, and Target did their awesome thing of saying, hey, you know, use the bathroom you want to use. Don't worry about it. Just use it. Um, the small amount of people that have boycotted Target, okay, you're not hurting Target. That's a tiny amount. When Jay goes to look for a job, I hope one of those places is Target, because they're obviously open-minded. They encourage their transgender customers and employees to be themselves. How awesome is that? And any other company that follows suit, fantastic. Um, I know there's a big division, the whole Christianity and, all these people that are trans are going to hell and all that fun stuff. Um, it's amazing how those people can be so deeply rooted in their beliefs about trans people, but then if they have a close relative, like a parent or a child or a sibling, that comes out and says, hey, I'm trans, then all of a sudden their entire viewpoint changes and they're on board, um, which is sad. I mean, it's good, but it's sad. And I know for me, a lot of my opinions of LGBTQ issues have changed because I have a child that's in that. Uh, I think I've always been pretty open minded, but I still had opinions. I mean, I'm 44 years old. I grew up in an age still where, if you were gay, you didn't announce it. You just, trans people were transvestites and they were, you know, cross dressing men. You didn't, it just didn't happen. Well, it happened, but it wasn't brought out to light. It was off to the side. You just didn't talk about that. Um, but yeah, I think for these places where you're supposed to use the restroom you were, that's on your birth certificate, I guess. Uh, I think they should have little support people that, I with pins that say, I'll go along, or I'll help you, or something that, some these people have to pee just like everybody else, and who cares how they do it or where they do it. uh, I mean, it was funny because Jay and I were walking around the lake a few days ago, and Jay's like, I have to go to the bathroom. And I said, well, we can turn around and go back. I mean, they have bathrooms. Well, I don't like those bathrooms. And I didn't push it because I don't know why Jay doesn't like those bathrooms. Um, and I said, well, we can stop on the way home. No, I'll just wait till I get home. I'm used to it. So, my kid's already training himself to do that. And I don't want him to do that. I want him to feel comfortable. I want him to know that he can go anywhere at any time and do what he needs to do. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of my rant for the day. And I know it's a little late, but I kind of waited until some of this stuff got done. And yeah, I didn't want to be right in the middle of it. I'll just bring up the tail end of it and be like, if you're in these states where you're supposed to use your birth gender restroom, what are they going to do? Are they going to check your birth certificate? Are they going to look in your pants? Are they going to peek under the door? People that do that have a bigger problem. Those are the perverts. We don't need that. So anyway, I think that's my last one for today. Maybe the weekend. I don't know. Happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday, Jay. Happy birthday, Dexter. Happy birthday to everybody else that has their birthday this weekend. And happy Mother's Day to all the other mothers.